Hi, welcome to my NatGeo Capstone project, Pollinators in my backyard.
My name is Hugo Maldonado Figueroa. I am an English as a foreign language teacher, grades 10th to 12th, at a technological high school called Cebetis. Our school is located in the municipality of Tierra Blanca, in the southern state of Veracruz, by the Gulf of Mexico. I normally teach around 5 classes with 55 students each. As we are in the COVID lockdown, my students are home, so I created this project so that they could use what they have in their houses with their small gardens, backyards, or front yards. And that is why this project was born. As most schools worldwide, distance learning allowed us to meet via Zoom and keep track of the project via Classroom and Gmail. Pollinators in My Backyard is a 6-hour project that has 2 main activities. Each activity uses NatGeo resource materials. Activity 1 consists of 4 different steps. In this resource, an entomologist teaches students the importance of pollinators. After watching the video, students were asked to go on the internet and look for several types of pollinators and flowering plants, both regional and local. Activity number 2 consists of 3 different steps. For this second activity, the Map Maker Interactive was used.
Students need to visit their backyard or front yard and observe the blooming plants that they have. They need to also check the kind of pollinators that visit them. Once they finish, they will have to go to the kitchen and make matches with the food they are having during this COVID-19 quarantine.
Students kept records of the observations on the electronic project template. After that, they mapped their gardens using the NatGeo Map Maker. Keeping track of the map gardens from all over the municipality will allow us to have a greater idea of what happens with pollinators and pollination. The last step of the project is a written reflection on the impact of pollinators in our lives and some actions that need to be taken. Now I will talk about the National Geographic concepts that I incorporated in my work, teaching about human and natural world. By observing and categorizing pollinators, students learn about several species and their natural connections. By checking their fridges and pantries, they realized how much we humans rely on nature to survive. Perspectives. Spatial perspective was included when students understood that natural processes take place everywhere, even in their backyards. Ecological perspective was included when they were able to match pollinators to flowering plants, raising awareness on the value of conservation. Students come from different parts of the city, or even municipality. Mapping their findings can help us collaborate in local, regional, and global projects aimed to the preservation of pollinators. An important part of this project was the National Geographic Learning Framework. For attitude, I chose curiosity, which was fostered by the observation and classification of pollinators and their importance in the food chain. For skills, I chose observation. Students used the project template, maps, and graphs to illustrate and communicate their findings in their own gardens. For knowledge, I chose wildlife and wild places because I wanted my students to become aware of the connections between pollinators and food production, and ultimately take actions to preserve and protect habitats. Thank you very much for listening, and thank you very much for inspiring us all. I'm looking forward to becoming a National Geographic certified educator. And I'm also looking forward to creating many more projects with my students. Until next time, bye.